out that penny-pinching granny of yours may have known a thing or two about money.
Yeah, she probably never lost any sleep about her finances. Financial planner Joe Bert joins us now to talk about it. So, interesting, Joe, here. Some financial advisors point out Granny would probably have more money if she invested, but yet she's doing just fine. So it's a bit of a dichotomy here, huh?
Well, if you look at it, John, Granny probably had a far different lifestyle than you and me or perhaps our kids will have. Granny probably lived in the same house for 30 years. Granny and maybe her husband had a pension. An idea of an extravagant vacation was a weekend in the Poconos. She didn't have to educate 3 kids and pay for big weddings. So her lifestyle was totally different than yours and mine, and that's why she could get away with just putting her money in a savings account.
Yeah, like, you know, one of the articles that we saw here, Joe said Granny put it in bonds, you know, didn't make much money on that, yet she was perfectly fine.
Yes.
Now, for most of us, that would never be a good financial plan. What can we learn from Grandma?
Well, what you can learn from Grandma is to be disciplined. That's what Granny did. Every month, every week, she trotted down to the savings and loan or the bank and put her money aside. For us, it's the discipline of putting our money in our retirement plan, because that's where our future retirement income is going to come from. Granny had the discipline, and that's the key to financial success.
It's also interesting because Grandma lives a whole lot longer than most people, especially Grandpa in most cases. You know, we talked about this last week, I think, what women need to do differently in their finances, but the bottom line is if you keep your expenses in check, most people would probably be okay.
Well, that's the key. Number one is to stay out of debt, because most of us or many people run up the credit card debt and you're paying 18, 19, 20% interest just to do the things that we want to do. That's the thing that'll hurt more people in their long-term financial retirement, is just staying out of debt. The next thing is once you have the debt taken care of, discipline yourself to maximize your contribution to your retirement plans.
Now, you talk about the sleep tests. Say our finances should pass the sleep test. What do you mean by that?
That means that you know when you put your head on the pillow at night that you're going to be okay. Unfortunately, our educational system has failed us, John. They don't teach us about this stuff in school, so we go through life trying some of this, trying some of that, wake up when we're 50 years old and find we have nothing but a collection of financial accidents. And the sleep test says, when I put my head on the pillow, am I going to be okay? What you need to do is see a financial advisor. I know this may sound self-serving, but you wouldn't go through life without seeing a doctor. You need to see a financial doctor to be sure you're on track, and so you don't look back 5 or 10 years from now and say, gee, I wish I'd have known, or gee, I'm sorry I did. That's what planning is all about, and most people should see a financial advisor.
So bottom line, talk to you and talk to Grandma more often.
You got it.
Thanks, Joe. Hey, how can people find you?
Just Google me, Joe Bert, 2 words, B-E-R-T.
Joe, have a great Monday.
Thanks,
we'll talk
John.
to you soon.